Where we last left our heroes in a attempt to give chase to those who have stolen the shards connected to the bleeding god. They took some time to debate and figure out what was going on before they gave chase by jumping down the pit and tracked in an attempt to track down those that fled with the shards. Finding themselves in a vast catacomb, a veritable rat's nest of tunnels dug beneath and alongside the city of Dragon's Rest. Unfortunately, they were unable to catch up with their quarry in time to retrieve the shards. But they were able to ascertain that the person that they were chasing was a man they had come to, let's just go know, in the past by the name of Darrington Loxley, a renowned thief and braggart who is also a renowned coward. Tracking him to the now deceased Xander Crowley's home, Nara, disguised as a buxom bardress, don't know if the rest was necessary, basically everybody cornered him and put him in a very difficult position where he has agreed to assist the party in finding the leader of the Deadeyes as well as the leader of the Wisps, the criminal organization known for brokering all information in the underworld. Also, he owes Denier 25 platinum, so there's that as well.
Motherfucker gonna give me my money.
Give me your money, you shit.
He begins to lead our party down back into that rat's nest beneath Dragon's Rest. How many of you have revealed yourself as being visible by now?
Asmo's still staying hidden because he still has that wonderful invisibility on him. How long does that last, by the way?
Hour.
Yeah, you got it for a while. So Nara, who is out of disguise, and Denier, who has... Basically, you both have Loxley kind of at a severe disadvantage, as he is not even currently... he's seemingly not even currently dressed for combat. He just has his blade with his scabbard at his side. He's still wearing like a fine purple robe as he's leading you down this spiral staircase that leads into, to you, Wolfgang, a very familiar cave-like system, a similar cave system that you found beneath your house when you moved in, that you eventually closed up. You now know that they've been... You're potentially using these passages as a means to get from place to place to have their secret, shadowy cabal meetings. So,
Sense.
he's just kind of staring ahead as he pulls a torch from a sconce on the stairwell as you enter these caves. How long you been in town?
About 3 or 4 days.
And you? He kind of like glances back towards you, Nara.
For a while.
It's going to be a bit of a walk. Just thought a little conversation would be nice. Before you have to hide yourself from prying eyes, that is. I'm assuming that's what your friends are doing?
What
Better
sort
they-
of conversation do you want?
Oh, it's not about what I want. It's just about passing the time. You have me at the disadvantage. What sort of conversation do you want?
For all of the words to stop from you.
That will be difficult.
How's Flick's been doing?
As far as I can tell, last we talked, she's working with a group of revolutionaries up north.
She's working with Kinch and his lot.
Nope. Working against them.
Not gonna lie, that man, not exactly good for my kind of business.
Then you and my vision's a lie. Heard has it that he hasn't been having too much favor as of late. Starting to go a little bit crazy.
In partial thanks to my crew.
Really now?
Few
Starting
things
to mess
go,
with him?
Few things go missing here and there. Who's to say?
Junior nods a couple times.
What man is this now?
Don't tell me she hasn't heard of Barristan Kench. Scourge of the North. Hammer of Law.
Sounds like another body to me.
I knew I liked you.
He's a self-righteous man that is, safe to say, over-enthusiastic at applying the word of law. He likes to burn people at the stake. Innocent people that don't deserve it.
He's what you'd like to call a sadist. Someone who takes great pleasure in the pain of others.
Like my master.
I can't say I'd know, but hey, you do you.
It's good.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's good to hear that Flix has been doing well. I heard that her partner has found his way out of the little passageway, so to say.
You don't have to be coy with me. I know you lot killed him.
Yep. He was killing people. He got out. I considered trying to put him back in. Didn't work out. He jumped us. Gotta defend ourselves. As much as I hate it, I like Flix. I was wanting to help her out. But he had other plans in mind.
I never really knew Gender. Flix told many good stories about him, though. Shame he went the way he did, but it seems like he wasn't the man he was when he died.
No. Being in that place for too long did something to him. You ever see anything like that in all your times running through that place?
Honestly, traveling through there always gives me the heebie-jeebies. I try to stay as little time as possible. I've heard tales of people who stayed overnight down there, just the next day they'd have these voices in their head. Not really my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Dang.
I imagine that would be terrible.
Staying where?
The Nexus. The Smuggler's Nexus. You lot know all about the ring. Man, you keep a lot of information from this poor girl.
You know how it is. Need to know information. After all, you know how valuable information can be to the right sources.
I do indeed.
What is the Nexus?
The Nexus. That is a... let's call it a unoccupied realm. Or at least mostly unoccupied, if you believe a few rumors. It's a realm of pure magical energy. Now, a wandering adventurer found this place some time ago, and it's been a pretty well-kept secret among my people. It's a way for us to travel from place to place in a relatively short amount of time. And now your buddy back there, well, he's got my key right into it.
And the Nexus changes people.
It can if you stay too long. At
That
least if-
was the meat I could not have, correct?
He fell off of one of the platforms, apparently.
Have been meaning to add safety rails, but you know, it's really hard to construct stuff in there.
How does
Why?
magic work differently in there?
If anything, it's a little stronger. You're kind of close to its source, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Close to the source of magic?
Rumor has it that Arcanos himself built that realm. Long, long ago. An experiment of sorts. One he clearly gave up on.
For what?
Hard to say. I don't know how gods work. I'm more focused on the realms of man.
Yes.
So, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
The Fey Runners, from what I understand, specialize in going into the forest to the far east, to the overgrowth.
Some of them do.
I assume that there are resistances inside of the forest.
You'd be correct.
What kind of things are in the overgrowth? And how easily is it to navigate without running into these resistances?
Now that all depends on how deep you go. Go far enough in and you might never come out. You see, they say that the further you walk into the fog that you'll find a few kilometers into the overgrowth, the denser it gets. And the denser it gets, the more likely your head is to spin. As for what you might find before and around the fog, well, you might find lizards the size of dragons. No wings. No noticeable intelligence to them at all either. You might find various magical creatures. Just spindling about. You might find big, rocky bastards that try to smash you into little bits, just for trying to go a little deeper. In fact, I think your friend, the metal one, not good with names.
Yeah, T-Wig.
I believe their core was made from one of these creatures.
Rock creatures?
Mm-hmm. Old, powerful. Said to have been built by the gods themselves.
Hmm.
Does this sound
What an
familiar at all?
interesting form.
Wolfgang, go ahead and give me a history check.
History. Where is it? There it is. All right, here we go. 5.
You vaguely remember T-Wig mentioning, like, certain memories that might pass as, like, the memories of one of these creatures, but you've never seen one yourself. And you have very little info. You're not exactly, you study monsters and things like that. These are more like constructs, golems, not really in your wheelhouse.
Gotcha.
He
If
leads
I
you...
want-
Oh, sorry. What were you going to say?
Sorry, Lani. If I wanted a guide, which Fey Runner would I reach out to?
Oh, there's a number of Wild's Edge that might be able to help you.
Wild's Edge.
Interesting. Passed by there once before. Didn't stay long. But an interesting idea nonetheless.
There are plenty out there that try to go in and find old artifacts left by the ancient elves. A lot never return. Unfortunately, they dive a little too deep or run afoul of the wrong creature. But every now and again, they come out with a interesting treasure.
Like what?
Well, there's a coin that if you flip it, it just continually flips forever, no matter if it lands or not. That was an interesting one. I got a kick out of it. Oh, and of course, kind of points back to Denier. Those rings. Eventually, we started making them ourselves, but what you have there, that's a genuine article.
What makes it different?
Age, mostly. Material.
How do you make them?
Well, we typically carve them out of white stone. Put the runes on them. Of course, it's the testing that's the problem. You gotta make sure they work. If they don't work, the person gets torn into a million pieces, never to be seen again, etc., etc.
I wonder why that happens.
Arcane imbalances, mostly. You
Mm.
chisel off the wrong piece of a rune, you never know. With magic, it's... Oh, boy. He knows. He knows magic can mess you up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, magic can really mess you up if you don't do it right.
There's a reason there are so many frogs out there at that pond by that tower.
Mating season?
Failed
Sure.
students.
Ah.
I think this is a topic for another occasion, though, Loxley. You and I might actually have a business arrangement in the future.
Unfortunate.
Wonderful to hear it. Always looking forward to future prospects.
He kind of grins as he leads you further on into the sewers. After a certain point, he turns to you and lets you know that,
All right, from this point forward, might be a few more eyes on you than you'd expect. So, whatever you can do to hide, I'd do it now.
What kind of eyes?
The kind you don't want on you. And the kind I
Old
certainly
eyes?
don't...
Old eyes that can see more?
Let's just say that the kind of eyes that I don't want on you with me as I'm leading you to this place. It wouldn't be good for either of us.
In what way?
In the way that if they know I'm coming with you, we'll be walking into a trap. I'll be dead and you won't get what you want.
Then what do you recommend?
I assume the other two with you are invisible. Or they're just not here and being very, very sneaky somewhere else.
Could be.
My concern is not them. Your concern is the immediate company you have.
Know that I say this for your benefit as much as I do mine. And when I mean I say it for my benefit, you can trust that I mean the best.
If we walk into if people see him walking in with us, he knows that he's saving his own neck, so they're going to kill him, then try to kill us. Basically, he's asking if there's any way that we can hide ourselves from view. I can turn us invisible if you need, Nara.
he gestures with his hand toward Denier.
Would a different face not work just as well?
They're expecting me to travel alone, I'm afraid.
All right. Then, Catman, if you would, please.
Invisibility, level 3 invisibility on myself and Nara.
Alright. As for me, I should probably be in... Oh, probably a little better dress.
Kind of flicks his hands down over him as his robe begins to shimmer. He gets like this kind of leather duster overcoat, kind of like adventurer style, long white sleeve shirt under it. Fancy purple and gold ascot on the fronts. Leather breeches and boots.
That should do. Alright.
Kind of dusts himself off a little.
Your clothing matches your person.
Thank you.
He smiles as he wipes his hand on some of like the mud on the wall of the sewers and just starts dusting himself up with it. Covers his face a little. Gonna make a quick roll. All right. He begins to whistle as he walks pretty nonchalantly down this corridor. Both of you, actually everybody, go ahead and roll me a stealth check with advantage since you're invisible.
Alrighty.
23.
I'm still invisible.
13.
I know, that's why you're rolling with
11.
You're
advantage.
also invisible.
Oh, okay. 23. Thank
Better be
God.
glad you're invisible.
Oh my god.
Ah.
And don't worry, I'm taking the average of all of these, so even those of you that rolled low, don't worry. You might be counteracted by those that roll high.
Phew.
All right. You continue following Loxley. Oh, sorry, go
As
ahead.
we're doing that, I'm going to detect magic.
Okay, yeah, his clothing is magical. He also has a few magical implements on him. His sword is magical. He seems to have a circlet on his head that you can't see that's magical. And he has a couple of magic rings in his pocket.
What school is that circlet that I can't see?
It is illusion.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep focusing and concentrating on detect magic as we're walking, just to pick up on anything that might be around us.
All right. You continue walking. Go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage since you have that on.
Perception. It's gonna be.
Wait, all of us or?
Just Wolfgang, since he had detect magic on. You can give me a perception check, just basic if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. 25.
15.
Oh, no, Nara's got it. Nara got it.
Once again, Nara, you see one of those strange-looking rats peering at you peering at Loxley, seemingly from a grated, like sewer pipe. And as you walk, you see like a few more. Each of these rats with that weird bulbous brain with that slight glow to it.
And while this is all going on, she's just gonna flip on Veil of Faces as well. And pick a normal human, nondescript.
All right, you take up the appearance of a red-headed teenage boy.
Okay.
He screamed too loud when he saw you. He's the reason this one died. He screamed too loud when he saw you, and it was startling.
His voice cracked. I wasn't sure what to do, so. Had to go.
All right. As he leads you into this, it is a T-shaped intersection with a slightly larger room in between. There's like this canal where all the water flows. You're in a working part of the sewer, surprisingly. You're not in one of those abandoned sections where none of the water flows. But there is a T-shaped canal with a series of, 4 platforms in each corner. As you walk in behind Loxley, there is, waiting for him, who you now know to be Talia, the shadow with the Oni mask on, standing, just kind of like balancing a sai on her finger and just kind of flipping it between. She looks over to him. You're late.
Nara's face drops, even though no one can see it.
In the other corner from the left intersection stands what appears to be a frail-looking man in a brown burlap cloak. You can't see beneath the shadowy hood, but you see these long, stringy wisps of hair hanging out of it as his body is slumped forward. His legs gaunt and pale, toenails. He's not wearing any shoes. His toenails are kind of long and curled.
Ugh.
Sorry I'm late. Got a little held up making sure that the parcel got where it needed to be. I was told that the old man himself would be here.
If you hadn't heard, he got into a bit of a scuffle with a dragon.
Oh, I heard. I'm assuming he's all right?
Tending to his wounds. Now, discussion of payment was had, and it shall be made.
Yes, I wanted to talk about that.
Of course you did.
You see, I was told that I'd be given a whole minute, at least minimum 30 seconds to bust that thing open and get out of there. You gave me less than 20.
There were complications. We didn't expect there to be another force with them.
Well, complications aren't my problem. Your promises are my problem. And for that, I require a bit more hazard pay for what I had to go through. You see, I don't know if you know this, but you can get quite the sunburn while you're underground.
How much?
25 platinum.
This motherfucker right here.
Oh my God. You could smell it coming, but just
Mr.
Yep.
Kiff, get my platinum.
She just kind of sighs. Fine. The creature, or the man in the burlap cloak, just kind of shifts.
Oh, it lives. Anyway, so the big guy's not going to be showing up here? I kind of wanted to give my goodbye in person. You see, after all this, I need to make sure I leave before all the heat dies down, and, would you mind giving him my regards? I was very happy to use that information that you all gave me.
Information?
A voice comes from the man with the cloak.
Where did you receive information?
Wow, something even your vast ears couldn't hear. I'm lost for words.
Answer the question.
You're a smart man. You can figure it out. The man's arm shoots forward, long curled fingernails, kind of in this claw-like fashion out of this cloak as Loxley's body tenses up. His arms contort behind his back.
Answer question. Information. Where did you receive it? It was their people, not me. Put me down.
Loxley huffs as he tries to brush some of the dust off him.
Have my payment sent to the Phoenix Perch. I'll have someone come by to grab it. Have it there by dawn.
Talia just kind of nods as the cloak is now staring blankly at her, and she's staring blankly back at it. There's just this tension in the air as Loxley just kind of brushes himself off.
All right then. If you need me, you know where to find me.
As he turns and walks back down the pipe that you guys came from. walking past you as he does so. The creature begins to lift its arm up towards Talia as she throws her sai at it, impaling his arm as it flops out of its socket and pins against a wall. Don't try that shit with me. Go find yourself a new one. That one's old. She turns and starts to walk away. Our business here is done unless you have anything to offer. The gaunt figure begins to turn to pry its hand off of the wall as the flesh splits around where the sai had it pinned, basically kind of turning his hand into this like scissor-like crab claw. As it begins to carry it with the other arm and walks down
magic
from that.
from this.
No. When he was casting a spell, yes, but it was all centered around its head.
Okay, interesting.
And there was no like.
So right now you have two figures walking away. One is Talia down the north pipe, and the other one is who you're assuming is the emissary of the Wisps, traveling down the western pipe.
Fuck.
I'm gonna use message to ask Catman.
Body or no?
And like look at them. Like talking about the people who are leaving.
Daenerys going to whisper, "Need to find out where he goes first. We can find her. We probably need to follow him." Daenerys going to reach out, place a hand on her, and he's going to bring his hand in a wide arc, looking for either Asmo or Wolfgang.
You begin to feel around. Eventually, you find Wolfgang. Asmo appears to be hidden probably a little bit further away from you, maybe across the trench.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to pull Wolfgang and Nara somewhat close. All right, what's the plan? I'm thinking that we need to go after the Wisps. We can probably find the Deadeyes eventually. Asmo kind of has leads on that, but we need to know where the gems are.
Fuck. Fine.
You've now heard Asmo.
Fine.
Unless you have a better idea, Asmo, this is your jurisdiction. Criminal underworlds isn't my thing.
I really don't know what they're planning on doing with them. And I don't want to find out.
We don't even know if they have it or not. It could be anybody that hired them to steal it.
Was that not the brown cloak man?
Apparently he's a representative of the Wisps. They know a lot about the criminal underworld. I'd say we follow him, find out where he's going, and get information from him.
So should we not follow him now?
I'd say so, unless Wolfgang or Asmo have other plans.
Now, go now then. We're not going after her, we're going after him. So let's go move it now.
Let's go. And let's go.
Luckily, he shambles a lot slower than Talia does, so you're able to find him down his tunnel as he's just slowly dragging his feet through this muck as he's walking. still carrying the one arm in the other arm as it also kind of drags against the ground, fingers fluttering as it does so.
Is there any way that we can kind of, like, I expect that he's, like, undead somehow. Is there any way that we can make a roll to determine, like, what he is exactly, or determine if he's undead or not?
Between all the information that you have currently, go ahead and give me an intelligence roll, Denier.
Okie doke.
With advantage.
18.
Yeah, okay. With everything you know, between the strange rats, the way this guy works, and the way Wolfgang let you know how his magic was working, you believe this thing to be a puppet.
I relay it to the others.
Would Nara know anything about that kind of thing, since that sounds like something Solomon would be about?
You could give me a intelligence check, or yeah, just a straight intelligence check for that.
Okay.
Or knowledge arcane actually would probably be better. Arcane check.
Arcana?
Yeah.
14.
While manipulating the mind is something that Solomon can do, it's not something he usually does. He's more about, like, fucking with the soul and the dead flesh of creatures. This is something, what they appear to be describing is something along the lines of, you know, somebody charming somebody, or in this case, this particular creature is just being controlled by something either in its head or around its head, or near enough by that it can manipulate it.
Got it.
Eventually, the feet of the creature begin to slow down as it begins to crumple over. You find it begins to, like, slow down significantly as you enter this unused part of the sewer. Oddly unused, based on where you find yourself beneath the city. Because you're pretty close to the center of Dragon's Rest at your best recollection. This entire area seems to be cordoned off, and this scent in the air is no longer of, like, old stagnant water, but of rot.
Okay.
As you enter into this large cistern, the smell begins to get worse and worse. As the body walks up to the edge of the cistern, you hear flies everywhere, just buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. In this stinky, humid room, the body throws its arm into this pit and falls forward. And as you look over the edge, you see just mounds of these decomposing bodies, all in the same burlap trench coats.
Okay.
Ah.
What?
Go ahead and give me a perception check, Wolfgang with advantage. Wolfgang with advantage.
Okay.
Is this all of us?
Any who are trying to figure out what just happened.
Notably,
17.
Also,
30.
Oh, wow.
Natural 20 from Keelan.
I will also
20.
put on my goggles of seeing invisibility as well. Perception.
Nara is also going to
Advantage.
immediately turn to Asmo and be like,
Fuck. 10.
Yeah, Nara, you are completely aware of where everybody is around you. Furthermore, the body that just fell in, you're able to pick it out among all of them. You see one of those rats crawl out from beneath the cloak.
Oh.
Asmo, you also spot the rat.
Follow the rats.
Asmo! Asmo!
Follow the rats. Follow the rats. Asmo.
Look! Huh?
Asmo is still invisible, right?
You're all still invisible.
Asmo's gonna leap over the edge. How far of a fall is it?
It is a 15-foot drop onto a mass of decomposing bodies.
Okay,
They
Asmo's
will
gonna
break your fall.
Yeah, they're gonna. Oh, this is gonna be one of the grossest things they've ever done. And I played Nurgle in Warhammer 40K. Okay,
All right. So you leap into this pile of bodies. As you do so, they are significantly less solid than you thought they'd be. As your legs begin to sink in between the rotting flesh of these creatures. It startles the rat. So
Asmo's gonna beeline it right for that rat.
I'd say that you landed around it, so I'm going to give you a dexterity check. What are you trying to do?
I want to grab it by the tail.
All right, go ahead and give me an athletics check to try to grab this rat.
Oh boy, here we
As
go.
you sink into this mushy pile of bodies.
Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. 19.
As the rat notices this disturbance behind it, it like gives this. You feel this quake go through your mind and body as it squeaks. As you reach out and you manage to pluck it by the tail and lift it up. I need you to make me another athletics check to stay up above these bodies that you are beginning to sink into.
Oh no.
Because you're noticing that beneath your feet there is also what you're hoping is water.
Oh no, not juice.
You.
There's a lot of
19.
juice. You're able to keep your head above juice.
It's called ichor, Nick. It's something a lot of Warhammer writers use when they're describing the you know.
You're able to keep your head above ichor as everybody else looks over the side to see Asmo flailing in this muck, holding this glowing rat by its tail.
I'm guessing the invisibility drops, right?
Yes. Once you made your roll to grab it, your invisibility dropped. I'm gonna need you to make a Constitution save right now by being in this
10.
gunk.
Oh, it's a 3. I rolled a 3 on the
And
dice.
Nara's gonna yell down,
Asmo, send bodies less fluid.
Not these ones.
Why?
You are very, very nauseous right now.
Yeah.
You're having trouble keeping this stuff up. Your next
Asmo's
roll.
trying to make his way back to the edge.
Your next roll is going to be made at disadvantage due to this. As you attempt to make your way back to the edge,
Asmo.
I want you to make me a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Oh no. 12.
As Asmo is beginning to try to flail his way over the side, the rat's head glows, and in congruity, so too do Asmo's eyes. As he lets go of the rat's tail.
Can I counterspell by chance?
Yeah.
Yes, go for it.
Okay, I am counterspelling at 3rd level.
You manage to counterspell as Asmo's just about to let go of the rat's tail. You see this look in his eyes, knowing that there's a magical effect on him. As you shake it from him, Asmo, I need you to make an athletics check to, once again, stay above ichor as your mind was just altered.
Can I throw the rat up at them instead?
Yes?
"Who has good athletics, guys?"
Go ahead and make an athletics check to huck the rat.
Catch! 8!
You try to spin it by the tail, it bites your wrist, and ploop, it plops into the ichor.
Son of a... Asmo activates hold breath.
Good call.
And Asmo reaches in.
Go ahead and make an athletics check with disadvantage as you cannot see the creature currently.
Fucking get this. 16!
You dig your arm in there and you grab onto something that's brown and furry, or it feels furry, and you just
it's wriggling, so you pull it up. You have the rat again. You got him.
Oh.
Get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Yeah, unfortunately, there does not appear to be a ladder.
Daenerys tosses a rope. I have 10 feet. I have hemp rope, so I'm going to toss the rope.
How much rope?
I believe. Let me double check on my character sheet. It should be like 30 feet.
Rope should be like
30
50
feet.
if you.
Yeah, you're good then. You lower it down towards Asmo. Asmo, once again, this rat is going to make you make a wisdom saving throw.
Mother. 18.
As you begin to feel your body tense up as you reach for the rope, you shake it off, kind of like give a nice little squeeze to the rat as it gives this little kind of chirp.
I want to know its eyes are bulging.
Modified 20 to hit.
What?
No, I am activating. Yeah, I'm gonna activate my defensive duelist. Fuck you. Fuck you.
When you were wielding a finesse weapon, you are currently not wielding any weapon.
I have my. Nick, please believe that I have my knife out ready to kill this damn rat. Like, ah!
Do you want to get out? Are you trying to grab for the rope?
Oh no!
I'm trying to grab.
Oh, no.
I am trying to grab for the rope. Yes.
Okay, so one hand has rat, other hand has rope.
I haven't got. Have I gotten to the rope yet, though?
You're at the rope.
Have I grabbed onto the rope yet, though?
Well,
yeah, I'm splitting hairs right now. Nick.
The point is, you do not currently have a knife equipped in your hand.
I say I myself am a
No,
weapon. It's okay.
Nice try,
It's a
though.
fucking rat. It bites you for 5 points of damage. Okay.
Ah, my temporary hit point.
Yeah, it's digging into your flesh, but I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Son of a... I am mad at this fucking... 19, Nick.
Ooh, yay.
You're definitely gonna want to wash your hands after this, but god damn, you're just madder than anything as they start as they start to pull you out of the ichor. Everybody up top. Actually, I guess this would just be Wolfgang. One of you can make a athletics with advantage, or each of you can make an athletics check.
Let's.
Oh.
Who has better athletics than -1?
We've got a wizard, a sorcerer, and a warlock.
So we should all do it, I guess, and hope for the best.
It's basically like advantage.
Yeah. 0.
Oh wow!
Literally fucking 0.
I got a 10.
Hey?
All right, come on, Wolfgang. Come on. Come on.
You got it. Oh yeah.
15. Okay.
Nara
Asmo, go
puts
ahead
her
and make
hands
me
on the
a
rope and does nothing.
Asmo, go ahead and make me an athletics check with disadvantage.
No.
As your hand is slimy, ichory, and you're currently getting like bitten by a rat.
I'm looking through all of my abilities to see if I have freaking anything that I can activate right now. Oh my god. All right, athletics, you said?
With disadvantage.
13.
All right, slowly but surely, it takes you longer than you'd like, but as the rope like is slipping from his hand, you're all just like really trying to pull him up. You eventually get Asmo up and over the edge.
Tried so hard.
As this rat is currently just biting down super hard on his hand.
Who's got a bag?
By the way,
Who's got a bag?
19 to hit.
You son of a bitch.
It matches my armor class.
All right, so that's another 6 points of damage, and you need to make another Constitution saving throw.
16.
All right.
All right, does anyone have a bag? Does anyone have a bag?
I have a bag of lead powder in it.
Pour it out!
Gonna run up to it and look at it. What kind of role would I have for checking out this rat and trying to understand what it is?
Arcane or nature of your choice.
Let's do arcane.
I would like to assist.
19.
This is a creature that you have not encountered previously, but it seems to be imbued, like, it's definitely imbued with, according to, with assistance from Wolfgang, it has a very similar energy structure to some of the creatures that you have seen in the past and that they have fought in the past. It is the same as those creatures that you found when you were hunting by the maw. They seem to give off a very similar arcane aura. And Wolfgang, yeah, this is definitely something linked to the Bleeding God. Like, it has its influence just strewn all over it.
This is the Bleeding God.
What is a bleeding god?
Get me a bag. Get me a bag. Any container, please.
I have a little bag of sand that I'll dump out, and I will put the rat in it. The little raton.
You see its eyes begin. You see its eyes begin to glow and look at you, Wolfgang, as Asmo starts to push it towards the bag. Go ahead and make me a wisdom save. Unless anybody wants to try to counterspell it again.
I am. Asmo sees it doing that again and like lightly punches it with his dispelling ring he's never used.
Oh, his counterspell ring?
My counterspell ring. Yeah. I just bap it. Bap.
Just slap it right on its butt. as the brain like unlightens up, and it just kind of looks ashamed for a moment.
Oh no!
It wouldn't have worked anyway, motherfucker.
You stare at it with your steely gaze as it gets shoved in a bag. Angry squeaks ensue.
Now it's gonna get out of this bag. Okay, we need something better to put it in. Does anyone have a lockbox? Is there anything in my bag of hold? Hold on, I have a bag of holding.
Would
you do?
Nara be able to do some kind of a?
Oh yeah, we do.
A roll to like secure it in that bag so it can't escape?
It is essentially a cloth or burlap bag, so there's not a whole lot you can do to reinforce it.
Right, but like there are knots and ties that you can do that I would assume she would know how to do with hunting that would be able to secure any type of prey.
Sure.
No matter how
go
intelligent.
Ahead. Let's see. I think that would be... Let me check here.
I don't have a box. I also don't have my list. I don't know where I put it. Fuck.
I think what you'd want to do there would be a survival check to try to basically use the strings on the bag to tie down the creature within it.
Yes, that is precisely what I was looking for. 18.
All right. Do a check for the creature. As far as you can tell, you have this thing tied down good and restrained within the bag.
There. Now no more bitey.
You can see it trying to nibble its way through the bag, but its limbs and arms can't seem to like maneuver from where you have it tied down.
Now what? Bodies?
No, I don't think your master wants those.
Why?
Everybody standing next to Asmo, go ahead and give me a Constitution check, not save.
Oh, I hit the wrong one. Yay, I hit the wrong one. Never mind. 22!
Yay!
All right.
There we go. 15.
Nara...
Denier, you feel sick. Wolfgang, you're just kind of like holding steady. You're not happy with how this man is smelling. Asmo, you've kind of grown sense blind to it by now, even though you're still feeling very woozy. Nara, you're used to this scent. You know this smell.
Would this be a enjoying it smell?
At a nat 20, it very well could be. This is a nostalgia smell.
It feels like home. It feels like home.
Not
like some
smells very good right now.
Some people might remember grandma's. Yeah, some people might remember grandma's fresh baked cookies. You love the smell of the corpsatorium.
So delightful.
To clean Asmo off.
Denier recoils and begins to move away with his hands covering his snout.
Yeah, you absolutely retch. In fact, you kind of like lean over the air, like you lean over the edge, and you give your biggest fur ball straight into the bottom of that pit.
Ugh.
Catman, ruining all the good bodies.
Those are not good bodies. Oh,
Send them anyway.
Why not send them anyway?
How many bodies are down? How many are down there?
At your best estimate, of the ones that you can see, there are probably at least 2 or 3 dozen.
Jesus Christ.
Asmo,
There you go.
Nah.
Bodies.
Oh God! Just 1 sec. We gotta
amazing.
secure. We have to secure this first.
It's squeaking very angrily.
Yeah,
You
it's
can see
very
the bag
sticky.
kind of like pulsing and glowing a little bit.
And secure.
Just like double knots the bow.
It's gonna
Angry
bite through
squeaks.
that bag.
It is currently nibbling through the front part of the bag, but its arms and legs can't seem to maneuver right now.
So, bodies? Huh?
Come back
like-
here later.
Pointing down into the cistern.
Come back here later.
But
Need to
they're
get out of
right-
here. We just took whatever this thing is.
Right there. They're right
If it-
there.
If it has friends, it's going to be looking. If it has friends, they're going to be looking for it when it doesn't show up after going to that meeting, whatever the unholy hell this stupid rat is.
But there's so many rats already. We're gonna find more anyway. We found the bodies.
This one is
now.
magic.
Ah,
You guys
All of
help me
your-
out here, please.
Let's get the fuck out of here. I'm
no.
done.
Come back.
I'm done with today.
Nara, no. We're grabbing Nara by the wrist.
Nara, as
Your
you're being
world
dragged
is
off,
stupid.
We have
Your
bodies
world
at home
is
now.
stupid.
everybody go
Just
ahead and
like-
make me a perception check.
Oh, no.
I do have my goggles of seeing
26.
11.
Nat 1. I am
Oh.
too busy retching.
Yup.
visibility. 8.
Nara, as you're starting to get dragged away, there are a lot of those rats sitting in the little pipes, just kind of around the edge, staring. Their brains all kind of pulsing in synchronicity.
Oh fuck.
So, Nara's gonna go,
Look, see, they already know anyway.
Oh, fuck.
she's gonna like point out all of the rats.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Are you going to go back the way you came?
I don't know where we came.
Are there other exits?
What options do we have
There
for
are a few ways to get out of this.
Where
room.
are we?
There's the way you came in, and there is unfortunately, there's a storm drain that leads out through the pit of bodies,
No.
and there is what appears to be another path leading further in across the room, across this cistern of corpses.
You want to leave? There it is.
Yeah, let's go a different route than we came in.
And we can take some bodies on the way. We're already heading that direction.
So,
Right?
Nara, let me ask you this. With the
Yes.
condition that those bodies are in, they're more liquid than people, right?
Yes?
So, do you think that your master would like liquid? Like a whole bunch of do you think that his floor needs to be soaked with liquidy bodies? Do you think he wants that? Or do you think he wants fresh, ripe bodies?
Solomon's a sick fuck. He might.
Nar was only sent to collect bodies. The date or condition of bodies is not Nara's concern.
We do have a bunch of magical rats looking at us. We should
Aye.
probably make a fucking decision.
I say that we go before I continue to puke my guts out.
Let's do that.
He says, wiping bile from his chin.
Ah, damn it, it's in my fur now. I'm going to be smelling this all night.
We smell you all
Gross.
night anyways.
What a dream.
Fucking hell.
The air just wanders out the other side.
Let's
All right.
go.
You guys begin wandering deeper into the sewer system. Now that Nara's pointed it out to you, these rats seem to be tracking you. as you proceed further and further into the sewers. They seem to be getting denser as you go.
I think we are heading the wrong way. Or the right way, depending on what you care about.
Is there any kind of like manholes or ways up and out, or do we think that we're just going deeper and deeper in?
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Okie doke.
Could we all do that?
Yeah, I would be down
Go
to
for
do
it.
that also. Oh, just kidding.
Hey.
I didn't mean to do it. I was just kidding.
This session is a fucking roller coaster.
We're going places here.
I'm
11.
just gonna give it a second. Give it a second here. Wait for the RNG to reload.
Just let it chill out for a moment.
Oh,
Oh, two natural ones.
One.
2 natural ones and 8 and 11. You guys are not particularly wise.
Nara
Can we just step
upset
away for 5
that-
minutes here, like collect
Nara's,
ourselves
like,
emotionally?
super upset that the bodies are left, and Wolfgang's still upset about the bodies.
There's a lot going through your head right now, and you're actually not entirely sure where you are in the city. You know you've continually been traveling kind of westward, but you're not sure where you are. You're not sure if you're like still beneath the city, if you're gone far enough to be beneath the mountain. You're not sure where like the closest sort of escape path would be. But you do.
Lost.
Yeah, the closest one that you remember was quite a while back before you found the meeting spot with Loxley.
We could have been out and had bodies on the way home, but no.
Right side, we got a rat.
Oh, bitch.
As it continues to like bite its way through the bag, you can start to see its eyes and its head appearing. Its brain glowing in.
I need another bag.
You see it make eye contact with one of the other rats as its brain begins glowing in synchronicity with its.
Nope. Close its eye. I put my hand over its face.
Smack it. Smack it.
The other rat begins to run.
Son of how far away is the rat?
Magic missile. Second
Oh.
level.
It's within magic missile range. I'll say that much.
Say, non-lethal damage, please.
Magic missile has no non-lethal mode.
That's not true.
It is
That's
magic missile mode.
impossible.
Go ahead and blast. You're blasting the running rat, I'm guessing.
I'm blasting the running rat.
What level did you cast this spell at?
Second.
Okay.
It has
14 points of damage.
These bolts begin flying out, and the first one you just see this cloud of red. Second one, boom, 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 boom. There's like fur kind of fluttering in the air. There's a small red mist. You destroyed that rat. As you see another rat begin to run.
Son of a... Can you just stop it from moving?
No.
Several of these rats begin to swarm up into like this small swarm of rats, and they all begin to dart down.
Okay, we're running now.
Oh,
Just get the
Catman.
fuck out of here.
Behind you, there are more swarms of rats. Almost a wave of rats might be the other.
Wait,
A better
in front
phrase.
of and behind?
In front of you, they are running away, like kind of scattering and moving, clearly trying to get away from you. Behind you, they are coming towards you. A veritable tsunami of rats.
How narrow is
rats!
this? How narrow is this tunnel
It's
that we're in
about
right now?
15 feet wide, and there is a carpet of multiple layers of rats coming down, like they're crawling out of pipes. Not all of them seem to have the glowing brains, but some of them definitely do.
Feline agility, running. Bye.
Which way?
Away from the rats.
Good call. Denier darts off ahead of you guys at a speed hitherto unseen outside of a Warner Brothers cartoon.
Fuck.
Man.
I hate it here.
As they begin, as you hear this like aggressive wall of squeaks coming from behind you.
Oh fuck! I'll give him a wall. All right, wall of fire.
All right,
just straight down the middle of the fucking thing.
Straight down the middle of the rats, or like you're trying to gate yourself off.
Straight down the middle behind us. Just a wall of fire going straight down the middle of this cavern.
Okay.
Or the tunnel.
What save do they have to make?
Dexterity.
Well, they are pretty dexterous creatures, but there are like, what is that, like 10 swarms? So I'm gonna have to roll this a few times. What's your save again?
The number to beat is 16.
Okay, so that's 2 saves so far.
Okay, and I believe.
Oh, the ambiance is here.
All right, 4 of them have saved.
Okay.
4 of the
Wait,
swarms.
They take half of this.
Oh.
20 fire damage. Well, that's 3 weapons.
That's crazy.
Connor, what did you do?
What?
So the ones that save take half of that. The other ones
they
take all of
7,
it.
20, 20 fire damage, yes.
Oh.
Now there's a wave of fiery rats running at you.
Oh no.
This is where the animation style changes to be more of a comedic style.
Yeah, we kind of gotta get the fuck out of here right now.
All right, time to run. And you guys begin running after
Pitter-patter, let's
Denier,
get
who
at her.
is Denier, go ahead. You're pretty much moving at a speed where you're actually gaining on the rats that are in front of you.
Right?
So you're able to follow them pretty quickly, as this other rat is still wriggling and trying to get out of your out of the sack that you have it in, Asmo.
Its head is peeping out now, right?
Yeah, its head's out. It's now just like trying to wriggle its way loose of your knots.
Nara's gonna like grab Asmo's fist and like stare at the rat and go, "What do you want?"
You stare at the rat. Make me a wisdom save.
I fucking knew that was coming, but I knew she would do it. So
Nara.
15.
You begin to feel its influence, like you begin to feel another presence in your mind. Images of a snake soaked in blood as you shake it out. You know, just another Sunday. The rat's little tiny pools of black eyes just kind of staring at you as its brain continuously tries to probe into your consciousness. To no avail.
Useless.
Eventually, Denier, you find what appears as you continue running. Do you choose to chase these rats, or do you choose to, like, if they ever branch, like if you ever find a fork, would you ever split?
I'm gonna follow the rats. I'm gonna follow Garrick's advice and follow the rats.
All right. Everybody, you're basically able to see Denier chasing down these rats as you make it down this straightaway hallway. As these rats continue to chase you, some of them have fallen off and basically died due to the flames. Almost all of the rats that are remaining seem to have those glowing brains. There are fewer of them, but there is still a decent amount behind you. Denier, in front of you, you find what appears to be a storm gate, something that you'll be able to close if you get to the other side of.
Okay, good deal. So the storm gate is the gate. Okay, it's open, I assume.
Currently, yes, it is open, and you would be able, like, it is a solid steel door. Like, it looks like a solid steel gate, which is odd to find in a sewer.
Danier's going to run up to the other side of it, grab the handle, and he's going to motion for the others to hurry up, and he's going to hold his action and wait to slam the door.
Everybody else, make me athletics checks to continue to outrun this wave of rats.
Oh no.
Oh man, if you fail this
Okay.
athletics check.
I'm scared.
Natural one!
Oh,
Cool.
no.
I don't
worry.
like this.
Once again, this is an aggregate, so let's see everybody else roll them.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
2.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Launch these dice. Yeet. 11.
Okay. So, as the wall of rats begins to overtake you, you guys make it through the door, and Denier begins closing them, but not fast enough that several of the swarms of rats don't get through. You find yourself on the other side of this wall. You were still able to close off a good portion of these rats, but you are now surrounded by these very angry rats. And you hear...
Who comes to my domain?
And here's where we will take a quick break.
Ah,
God
damn it.
damn it.
Hey guys, Lani here. If you're liking what you're watching, feel free to hit that subscribe button and that like button. It really helps me feel the love for this series. And if you want to catch us live, feel free to hit us up on twitch.tv/Lanipator Mondays at 5 o'clock Central Time. Thanks for rolling with me. Now let's get back to the action. So the rats that clambered in behind you seem to have stopped moving. And you just feel this rumbling around you.
What does the room look like that we are in currently?
Currently, you are in a chunk of the sewer. It's all very dark, but luckily every single one of you has dark vision, so I don't need to account for that. You're in a very dark, dank section of the sewers. Off to your right, or off to the right of where you came in, appears to be a maintenance area of sorts. It seems to have been stripped. These rats are all standing behind you, just staring beyond the storm gate that was closed behind you by Denier, and now you've kind of like all backed up as these rats, this swarm of rats, has been just staring at you. Condensation drips from the ceiling.
Who enters my domain?
The rat's eyes are all fixed upon you.
Does this dude have a similar cadence to his voice to Fuma did?
No. Fumidin had like a wispier, kind of like gassy sort of tone to him, like particles shredding against each other in order to try to make sound. This thing sounds uncomfortable and gross.
I'm just gonna go ahead and do this again. Detect magic.
What's the range on that?
30 feet around me.
Yeah, you can see all the rats in that vicinity. But nothing else within 30 feet seems to be proccing that.
Okay. Okay, but on.
Give me your information.
No!
Roll initiative.
Oh, feck.
Well, I mean, guys, let's be honest here.
We don't know. Maybe it would have
Nah.
been totally fine. 13.
There's
13.
nothing reasonable about this person.
10.
Maybe they'll be our friend.
He's got
No!
this music.
Yeah, maybe they'll be our friend.
All right, let me put you all in order here.
but Nick, I didn't get to roll a charisma check on that. Maybe he would have been convinced.
He was very unhappy with you.
Yee.
Being the first thing to respond to him being a resounding no.
That was a pretty... Asmo's
Alright.
had a no good, very bad day, so I
No.
understand it. But
he asked
also...
He asked 3 times and no one responded. All right, this is on all of you as well. I thought Wolfgang really, hi there, I'm Wolfgang Connolly. I have a son. Would you like to hear about it?
I have a son who lives here.
Nara's
I have
just
a
too
shot.
He's
upset.
currently in his crib, defenseless.
Alright.
Nara was too upset. We just left like 80 bodies. She could have been done with her job.
Oh.
And this is now her day.
Okay, so we could have been in that pit with the bodies when all these rats descended,
3 out of 4
or
of us rolled 13 in our initiative.
I know.
I know, that's really awkward for me, by the way, trying to remember which, because 2 of you have the same dexterity bonus.
You're welcome.
well, here's a picture of my son, and on the back of that picture is a list of all his fears.
Oh.
You can put me at the tail end of the 13s there, Lenny.
Here's the
All right.
location of my wife's grave.
Oh. Oh no.
And a list of all her fears. Back of her
And this is a list,
Color
and,
is black.
and this is a list in order of all my regrets.
That's a long ass list there, Wolfgang.
in order of how long they keep me up at night.
Oh no. Oh. Let's just say it.
Okay, so just above game, I feel like we need to run away.
I don't think that's really gonna happen since we have swarms of rats pretty much at every exit right now.
And
No,
you just closed off the gate behind you, and there is a significantly
Yeah.
larger pile of rats behind it.
I think
Yeah.
you're
All right.
Through.
First up, this pile of... There we go.
Oh.
It'd be easier if I just had this. All right.
Thought the rats got Nick for a minute.
They're everywhere! Anyway. All right. This red pile of rats crawls... this should be a larger creature since it is a fairly large swarm. There we go.
Oh.
So should this one. There we go.
Okay.
This pile of rats crawls beneath you, Asmo. They are going to go bitey, bitey, bitey.
No.
Well, they think
That's
differently.
the stock answer for today. No. No.
Don't! 20 to hit.
Oh boy, thank God I have my defensive duelist. Yeah, no, ah! Like a hot,
yeah, I will say, yeah, you were able to pull out your knife by now.
yeah. Thank you.
Carrying all these tiny rat teeth.
Luckily, like, a bunch of them seem to be trying to bite at your boots, and the ones that seem like they could get to you, you're swatting off in time. Okay. Next up, we have this one that's going to crawl beneath you, and Denier and Nara are going to get attacked.
Shield.
All right, that is a 23 for Denier.
That will hit.
All right, and for Nara, a 16.
Oh shoot. I had something on, didn't I?
Mage armor.
That had me up. Yeah. I had mage armor on, which should have me at. Beep 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 beep. I think it was at 16.
If it is 16, it still hits, unfortunately. That is 12 points of damage to each of you.
Oh!
As these rats begin to swarm up on you and just bite everywhere. You're trying to rip them off, but you're tearing out chunks of your own flesh doing so.
Oh.
Arcane ward shatters for 6, and I take 6.
All right.
And you said 14 points?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. That means this one should also be larger. Sorry.
You're fine.
Doot. Wolfgang.
Oh god.
That's a 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right. Yeah, they are unable to get a bite on any of your fleshy bits.
good.
And Asmo, it is now your turn.
Okay, so are we currently like now? Because it's gonna sound serious. Because this is like a swarm creature, correct? For the purpose, I'm going to ask you about some mechanics of the game.
It is a swarm. Yes. As you kill them, they will decrease in size and strength.
Okay, that's what I was curious about. Alrighty. Okay. All right. I'm thinking about a strategy for this. Being a fighter is a single target usually. I'm not good at crowd control. But I do have a fun ability.
Each of these are considered a single mob, so.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay, perfect. That's going to make that way easier. Asmo takes out Chimera and activates the shell version.
All right. You now have +4 to your dexterity, or +4 to your AC.
Excellent. And now, with my main hand, I'm going to slam down with the Chimera shell. Natural 20!
Oh my god.
Ooh. Well, that's going... A thunderous crack rings through as you Gallagher a bunch of rats. Go ahead and...
9 + 2, 11 points of damage.
All right, on to the ones that are attacking you currently, I imagine.
As a reaction, you may gain the effect of the shield spell. Okay, now that I know that.
As your reaction. So it's just like a way better version of your defensive duelist.
Thank you. That's what I was curious about. Okay, Asmo now, with his alt hand, Asmo has the blaster knuckle on.
Okay.
I don't have much ammo left, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to punch down into the rats with the blaster knuckle like Roman Reigns.
Kaboo! Go for it. Roll to hit.
Blaster knuckle. Boom, 11.
Unfortunately, they scatter in time to get away.
Well,
from
didn't
your
luckily
blaster blast.
Well, that's fine. So I was going to slam down with the Chimera shell again one more time. By the way, I am targeting the one that's directly beneath him.
Yeah.
If I moved off to the side here, would I take a attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to stay right there then. Chimera shell a second time. 13?
That hits.
Oh, thank God. 8 points of damage.
All right, and once again, you clatter a bunch of these rats. They go flying against the walls as the swarm begins to coalesce and reconvene around you. Some of the rats that you smacked into the wall crawl into a grate and crawl away.
By the way, I do love the phrase Gallaghering. It's wonderful. It makes me happy.
It really puts you in the spirit of things.
It really does, Nick.
You're up.
It really does.
Hoodoo?
What? Denier.
Denier. Okay. We're in the middle. We're in a pretty sticky wicket. Ooh. So I'm gonna try to cast. I can hit everybody, but I'd hit everybody.
That is quite a conundrum you have there. I can't wait to see how you solve it.
Fireballs, yum.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Shatter beyond myself and Asmo to catch the tail end of red and blue in the blast radius. Casting it further into the darkness, if that makes sense.
So basically, right behind you, where that darkness begins, that is the wall. So that is what you would hit. That is that storm grate you just closed.
It would hit all of you.
Yep, that would not be good enough. Okay, then I'm going to move up. I'm going to take attacks of opportunity, but I am going to move up and I'm going to cast Magic Missile at blue.
All right. Where are you moving?
Over here, towards this way.
Okay. So you will take the attack of opportunity from the blue rats.
The rats. The rats. They're the rats.
That is a 17 to hit.
18 AC currently.
All right. They can't quite seem to bite through your magical shell.
And I am going to cast Magic Missile on blue.
Go for it. Oh, what level?
Second level.
Okay.
3, 6, 11, 15 points of damage to blue.
All right. as rats just go like scattering. These balls of arcane energy go clattering into the ground. Rats go bouncing into the air. Some of them just get annihilated on impact as the swarm continues to swirl around, now coalescing around Nara. And speaking of whom, unless you have anything else you want to do, Denier, it is now Nara's turn.
That is it. I don't have a bonus action ability right now.
All right, Nara, you're up.
If I have a 10-foot range for a spray, is that going to be like 10 feet all around me or just in one direction?
You can fire in any direction you choose.
But is that going to hit like Wolfgang or Asmo?
If it is something, if it says it fires in a line or a cone, then it would. But if it is just a like any creature within 10 feet, then no.
Okay.
Do have a higher defense, not the metagame.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for poison spray then.
Against the rats.
Against the rats.
Ooh.
Let me just double check their statistics. No, not those. All right, let me roll for the rats. A Constitution saving throw.
Rat.
I'm guessing it's the ones that you're by.
Yes.
Like the ones that are swarming you.
Mm-hmm. She's getting real pissed at getting bit because she didn't sign up for rats. She wanted all the big bodies in the thing.
Yeah. They fail. You deal 16 damage to the blue ones. Alright, let me mark down. And with that, some of the rats scatter away and run off into the same storm grate that some of the red ones ran into. But for the most part, this horde of rats seems to have been decreased in size. Hold on, sorry. I meant to move them there. There we go. That way I can see them.
And then I still have a bonus action, correct?
Yes.
So
and the
I
move
can
action.
do Whisper.
Some of the cat with a rat.
Cats for the rat.
Kitty, kitty. Go eat a snack.
And
And-
she points at the blue rats.
All right. Whisper haunches down and gets ready to pounce. All right, let me roll initiative for Whisper. Setting him right after you. All right. Whisper pounces onto ratty rats. Meow.
Oh my god.
Mao.
Meow.
That hits. As Whisper just starts like pinning them to the ground, clawing at them, biting into the ones that it can get to. Dealing that many. It dealt that many.
Yeah.
This horde of rats has significantly decreased.
The sacrifice.
The sacrifice has begun.
And Nara's gonna move just one square over.
And as they are no longer
Pew.
beneath your feet, you do not incur attack of opportunity. As they are currently trying to swarm all over Whisper. You hear the echoing screeches of more squeaking coming from within the sewers.
Oh, fuck.
As the eyes of the rats that still remain around you glow red. I need Nara, Wolfgang, and Asmo to make a Constitution save.
Oh shit.
Oh boy, here we
Here
go.
I go.
Constitution?
14.
12.
12.
Each of you is poisoned and has 1 level of exhaustion now.
What?
Oh my god, really?
Yep.
Oh.
And in doing so, you're going to have to make another save at the end of each of your turns or receive another point. As you can feel this tremoring force within your minds emanating from further in.
Give me your minds!
What?
Alright. Next up, Wolfgang.
Fuck
Go ahead.
these rats. I'm just gonna bread and butter. I need to get rid of these things. Crescendo coming out.
Oh boy.
Here it goes. Bye, rats.
This sword of yours burns with an awesome power.
Yeah. 22.
22, I'm assuming you're hitting the ones beneath you? Yes, that
Yes.
hits.
For 7 slashing damage.
Alright.
Thirsting Blade, going for it again.
Natural
20.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
So as you
Bye,
drag
rats.
your blade
Bye.
across, you slash a number of these rats to their doom. And as you bring it back across, you seem to catch a whole bunch of them in a line. Go ahead and roll damage.
Damage. 10 slashing.
Yeah, on that first slice, you get a couple, but on the next one, you get nearly a dozen rats as you just
And then
skewer
bonus
them
action.
through.
Bonus action, flip Requiem around in my grip. I'm gonna take a shot. Gunslinger.
All right, firing into this pool of rats. Go for it.
16?
That hits.
Oh, yeah. 12 piercing.
And with the keen deflection, like you're able to use the angle of the bricks in order to hit multiple rats with one bullet. As this horde of rats also has diminished significantly in size. Red rats once again going to attempt to chew on Asmo.
Oh, really? All right, come on.
They're all gonna fail miserably, rolling a 11 to hit.
Oh, excellent. I'm loving this shield, by the way. Just bapping them away.
Yeah, they can't quite seem to get on you. You're just able to kind of shake them off. You're reverberating with this powerful defensive energy that they can't seem to comprehend. The blue ones are going to attempt to. Oh, actually, I think this works. Their eyes begin to glow as one of them has climbed on top of Whisper's head. I need Whisper to make a wisdom saving throw.
No.
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 Whisper's yellow eyes begin to fluctuate a multitude of colors before it shakes its head and goes back to biting at these icky rats.
Yeah.
God.
That's a good kitty.
Good key. Purple ones that are still on you, Wolfgang. They crawl, once again, attempt to climb all over you.
Don't do that.
It's a 16 to hit.
That is my AC.
Alright. That is 12. Oh, wait, no. Half that. 6 points of piercing damage as they crawl over you and.
They're getting a mouthful of white translucent feathers because that did not even break my temporary hit points.
Yeah, they're trying to bite through you. You can't quite pierce, but you can feel them digging in like they're Asmo.
Okay. Well, Asmo looks down at his pile of rats and is just going to try his best. Asmo is just gonna, man. Yeah, Asmo's just gonna swing down with Chimera in shield form. 28.
When it hits.
Boom, 9 points of damage.
And with that pile of rats has decreased significantly.
Asmo's not done. Asmo's now going to try again with Blaster Knuckle. 21.
Woo.
That hits. That definitely hits.
I have 5 shells left if I got a refill since I got back to the town, so I'm down to
You would have been
5.
able to. Yeah, you would have been able to reload.
I'm gonna use 3.
Go for it.
Alrighty.
So roll for Blaster Knuckles damage first, and then each of the shells.
Alrighty. 5.
5 for the smashy. 9, 10.
Not the best,
11.
but 11. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, you create a large red mist of a bunch of these rats.
Ugh.
It's an explosion too.
Rat explosion.
Yeah, a bunch of little body parts go
Wow.
flying everywhere.
Asmo flourishes through and goes down and just slam down the shield again on them. This is the best way to kill them, by the way, guys. This is
Go
like
for it.
Smash him.
23.
Wow.
23 hits.
Bank 9 points of damage.
And you crush the remaining rats.
Fodder.
Those
Good.
rats is gone. Alright.
Alrighty. Now I gotta roll something right at the end of my turn.
Oh yeah, by the way, Wolfgang, go ahead and make me another Constitution save by the end of your turn.
Here we go. 6.
14.
Wolfgang, you have a second point of exhaustion.
Oh no.
Asmo, you also have a second point of exhaustion.
Oh, this is not good. We need to get out of here. Like, God, what does 2 points of exhaustion do?
Half speed, I believe.
Yeah, you're currently at half speed. You're already pretty tired. As the target suffer 1 additional level of exhaustion. Oh yeah, that will be bad. Okay. Best to make that save at some point, I'll say. Denier.
Denier calls out, "We don't have to do this. You want information? We want information. Trade."
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
12.
You travel to my domain. Kill my children. Mother will be disappointed in you.
Very well then. I cast Magic Missile at 2nd level at the rats around Whisper.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh boy. Yeah, he's hit the button. 4, 8, 11, 16 points of damage.
And as the bolts go flying around, like kind of swirling, orbiting around Whisper, they eviscerate all of the remaining rats beneath Whisper.
Oh. That was scary for like 1 second.
Okay, I probably can't do that as I probably can't do what I plan as an action. Would putting something on my staff be considered an action? Or would it be like a bonus action?
If you want to use both your move and your bonus action to do so, I'll allow it.
I attach the scry orb to the top of my adornment staff.
Okay.
And I end my turn. He's pissed me off. I'm about to see if something. I'm about to see if something can happen.
I will be interested to see what you attempt. Nara. As Whisper no longer has a target, they stretch and morph back into your shadow.
Aw, fuck. Okay. And that was that.
So you know that
okay.
there's something else here still causing you much harm. You feel
There's
your
some-
body aching and you feel exhausted.
She's gonna call out.
What information do you want?
I want everything.
It's one of these guys. Okay.
Give me your mind. Open it to me.
No, it's mine.
Then you will die!
We'll see who dies first.
And then let's see, what can we do at this point? I guess we can do. Does it have to? It doesn't have to be a straight line for Tango Marte, right? For ranged.
You do have to be able to see your creature.
I can see it on the other side of Wolfgang, though, right?
Oh yeah, you can see those rats.
All right, I'm gonna do that then.
All right, you toss forth your blender.
14.
14 hits.
8 slashing, 3 necrotic.
11 points of damage as Wolfgang, a spinning black blade of doom swooshes between your legs. It just starts circling around this pile of rats, decapitating them, slicing them in half, and just leaving them altogether not living. The remaining rats are still swarming and attempting to do stuff, but they're perplexed by this blade.
And she's gonna turn her head to Asmo and say,
Asmo, send a rat to the master.
Does he want what?
Send it.
Oh,
Asmo just grabs a rat and turns the ring around and just squeezes it.
All right. The rat
Nara
begins
will
to
count
disappear.
this as 0.25.
Okay.
So let's see. You've used your action. You still have a bonus action and a move action.
bonus action. I'm trying to think if there's. Would detect magic tell me the general location of what this thing is?
Wolfgang already has. Wolfgang
Oh,
already
that's
has
right,
it
that's right, it
active.
was
It's only
within
in 30
30.
feet.
So if I had it on and then moved, could I like detect any differently?
Yeah, as long as it's within 30 feet of you when you reach that point.
Okay. So, and I can move how far again?
Currently, your movement speed is 30, I think.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Each of these squares is 5 feet.
So she's gonna move 5. Oops, I have it on the wrong one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That way.
All right. And did you want to use detect magic?
Yes. Beep.
You don't. Actually, hold on. As you move there, up to that grate, you see traveling down this way another horde of rats.
Oh. More rats.
And go ahead and make me a perception check
Okay.
with advantage with your detect magic.
20.
38.
Beyond the storm grate, next to you, this wall of bars, you see a writhing mound of flesh. It looks old and has this haunted look in its gaze. Its mouth looking horrific. It's chained in the center of this room with this big gaping mouth. Flesh stretched across its lips like strings of cheese. Its head bulbous and protruding around these chains. Putrid pus leaking from every orifice, both normal and not normal, atop this thing's wretched head. It attempts to float towards you, but is grabbed by the chains as it sees you. Its jagged, misaligned teeth gnashing. Its eyes swirling in different directions as one of them gazes upon you. Its brain begins to glow with the same luminosity as the rats around you.
Are you? Is that a scared laugh or a?
And
It's a
she's gonna
problem.
call back. I think I found the thing. And I still have a. Do I still have that bonus action? I forget what I did. No, I used detect magic, didn't I?
And technically, you couldn't actually use detect magic because it is a action, not a bonus action.
Oh yeah. Well, shit.
Go ahead and make me another Constitution save.
Saving throw.
Yep.
23.
You no longer feel the effects upon you. You lose that point of exhaustion.
It's because I'm so excited about seeing the thing.
I don't know what it is, but it's big and gross.
At the end of your turn, it is going to use a legendary action. You're going to need to make a dexterity saving throw now.
Okay. 19.
As a torrent of bile comes flying out of its mouth towards this gate you're at, you take... Going pretty low.
Come on.
Wow. 12 points of acid damage.
Wow. It rolled terribly.
It rolled very poorly.
Thank God. for that.
She's like definitely in pain, but is also going, ew, gross.
Yeah, Connor knows what this thing is. He knows it's a problem.
I do know what it is.
Everybody hurts.
Oh.
All right. So, orange rats. Well, that's an 11 to hit, so that's not going to do. So the rats don't do
No.
anything to you. After orange rats goes our friend here. It's an aura of corruption. Yeah, that doesn't do anything from here. Oh, that'll be fun. Nara, once again, you start to feel a presence try to enter your mind. Go ahead and make me a wisdom save with advantage as you have elven nature.
Oh my God! Ah, this game.
With advantage,
19,
luckily.
No, that's
Oh,
19.
19.
No, because
Ha-ha!
Thank God! Thank God!
It's not enough.
Fey ancestry.
Really?
It unfortunately is not enough.
Wow.
Counter spell?
This thing is very strong. Yes, you can counterspell.
Ha ha!
Go ahead and roll me a spell check. That would be a charisma check for you.
Oh gosh. Oops. Hang on there. Whoa. Go away, little box. Charisma. Where you at, BB? I'm so excited and scared. I can't find anything. You said it was an advantage, right?
I did not.
Fuck. It's 9.
Luckily, this is a 3rd level spell, so it doesn't matter anyway. You got it.
Whee!
Okay. So now we know what we're dealing with. Wolfgang, it's your turn.
Oh no.
fuck.
Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
So Wolfgang's like, finally, we can fucking put an end to this bullshit. He's gonna try to kill the rest of these rats that's in front of him.
Okay.
Crescendo. Come on. Give me
13 hits.
13? Oh boy, okay. 7 slashing.
You do, in fact, get rid of the rest of those rats. You run them through, and what rats that remain are not of the brain rat variety and just scatter off, now free from control.
Okay. I'm going with all my sensibilities here. I'm going to run up to these rats and try to put them down as well.
Okay.
Since they're in the way, another slash with crescendo. 26 to hit.
26 definitely hits.
Woo. 11 slashing.
All right, as you slice through this pile of rats, it is a smaller group of rats than the one you were previously dealing with. And you cleave it down by yet another chunk.
Woo. And bonus action gunslinger again.
Go for
Firing
it.
with Requiem. That's going to be a soft 20.
Modified 20 to hit. Hits.
For 9 piercing damage.
Nice.
All right. That is enough to shrink it by half of its size. As you have vanquished many rats this day.
And I think with my reduced movement speed, yep, that's all I can do.
All right. Luckily, you are not within line of sight of this creature, but go ahead and make me another con save.
Please.
Quick question.
Please. 5.
That is another failure. That's 3 for you.
Oh my god.
Just curious.
Yeah?
Line of sight is important for this creature?
See, it could be.
Could be? Or
Could be.
Or is? Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Unfortunately, it has many eyes.
Yeah, that's a bad is bad.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, Wolfgang, that was your turn. Asmo, it is now your turn.
Okay, I'm thinking what to do in this scenario here. Asmo heard what Nara said. Asmo runs around the corner, sees the rats, just shield. Ew, gross! Shield.
Go ahead, smack the rats.
20.
20 hits the rats.
Bang. 9 points of damage.
You crush a good number of them as the remainder continue to swarm.
Asmo pulls out Fire Ant with his dagger hand. Ah, come on, give me that. Fire. Natural 20.
Oh my
Double
god.
nat 20.
God.
Yep, that'll do.
They're gone
Rats. 8 plus 5 fire damage.
All right, you raise Fire Ant over your head. You don't know if it's because you haven't used it in a while, or maybe you're just feeling overly malicious towards these creatures, but it seems to burn down with holy fire as this normally small, just red burning blade emits a massive torrent, a geyser of flame that you smash into the ground, burning these creatures to a crisp.
Ah, too bright.
Asmo,
And Asmo-
make... oh yeah, you still have one more attack left.
Is it dead yet?
Oh, those rats are dead. They're gone.
All right, so now I have nothing to attack, and I have one more attack. Can I use an action?
Your action was an attack, unfortunately. You still have a bonus action.
Okay.
I'll give you your bonus action.
But Asmo just looks at Nara, and then looks down the hallway and sees the thing. What the absolute beep is that?
And as you're doing that, I need you to make me another con save. I believe you're at 2 right now.
Yes. 10. Oh my motherfucker.
That's a failure, now at 3 points of exhaustion. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god, Nick.
As another torrent of bile.
24.
But as you see it coming, you're, what the fuck is that? You duck out of the way, and this acidic bile just splatters the wall behind you.
What are we supposed to do? Do we talk to it or do we kill it?
Kill. What?
It's just making noises.
right,
You
I
have
got
to
that-
use your words if you want us to talk.
Okay, so Nick, I got an idea. Can I do something here?
You've used all of your action economy, if I'm correct.
Okay. If looking down counted as that, then yes.
Oh, you can look down.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it and went, what the hell is that?
Mm-hmm. Denier.
Say much, Denier.
Denir's got his staff up. He's approaching. I'm gonna activate feline agility. I'm probably gonna regret this. As he's moving, he's gonna say, "Last chance for a trade." And he's going to move over here. And as he's getting about here, he's going to point the staff at the creature. He's going to try to summon up all of his power from within, focusing on the staff. And he's going to try to point blank blast it like he's done in the past. But using the scry crystal as a focus instead of the gems.
Now, remember, this thing does different things based on what you have adorned atop it, so what happens might not be what you expect. Go ahead and, now, were you attempting to negotiate with it first, or are you just blasting it?
First. Negotiate first as I'm running, and if he goes against me, I'm blasting him.
You have all acted very aggressive towards him so far, so this would be a persuasion with disadvantage.
Okie doke.
Okay, come on, kitty boy, come on.
Persuasion with a 10.
No.
Let me roll for it. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem very kind. It doesn't seem very keen, so give me a arcane check as you are firing at this thing with a scrying orb.
20.
A brilliant beam of white energy, almost kind of prismatic as it glimmers, fires forth into this creature's eyes. As you can see, its eyes begin to shimmer and glow with many different colors.
Hello, mother. Hello, mother.
As the beam peters out, its eyes shimmer back to normal.
And the rest of my move action will be to move over here for my final 10 feet from feline agility.
Its eyes shift and wobble like a chameleon's, just in several different directions, as if it's trying to refigure out where it is.
Mommy! Mom!
Asmo, make another dexterity save.
Oh my god, both Asmo and me are cringing right now at this creature. God damn, Nick. 16!
Dude.
You are going to take...
Stop rolling.
I
No,
can't.
stop.
I have to do this
Stop.
5 more times.
Oh my god.
It does a lot of damage.
That's nice. Why can't it attack Wolfgang?
37 points of acid damage, and it can't see Wolfgang right now.
Merry Christmas.
Oh my god. Okay, I got it. Alright. Holy shit. It says, you said 37?
37.
Jesus.
Alright, that was Denier. Nara, it is now your turn.
She's gonna cast darkness on it.
Alright. How big is the field of darkness? It's like 30 feet.
15-foot radius from the point that I choose.
And I'm guessing you want the creature to be the center?
60 feet, yeah.
60 feet?
The range
So
is
the range
Oh.
of like the point that I choose is 60 feet, and then it's a 15-foot radius.
Okay.
And
Everything within the square there is now inky black darkness.
Okay.
because that thing is anchored to one spot, so it's not like aiming anywhere different is gonna affect anything for anybody.
So you would believe.
Oh boy. And she's also gonna call out,
Who is Mama?
Mama is life.
Mama
Is life.
life? Is magic?
Go ahead and make a dexterity save with advantage.
"15."
As you are splattered
Oh.
by a vicious gush of bile emanating from this dark sphere. "27 points of damage."
Oh my, no, that's real bad. Okay, yep, okay.
And unless you want to move or use a bonus action.
I don't have a lot of options for bonus action because I can't really cast any spells right now. Oh wait, I can attack, right?
Yeah, you do have Tango Muerte behind you. It needs to be within 30 feet of you, whatever you're attacking.
1, 2. Oh my fuck.
Yeah, it's just
Is
beyond
that
that
5
gate.
feet too far?
5 feet too far.
Fucking hell. What about my longbow?
That you'd be able to hit with. If you could hit it through the inky sphere of darkness.
She'd be okay, I think.
Alright, you'd be firing at a disadvantage.
Let's find out what happens.
Alright.
Oh, never mind.
The acid that you've
do.
been soaked with, as you pull back the bow, your natural one, the string, swing, snaps.
Well, shit.
And then she's gonna fucking move the fuck back.
Alright. As you're moving back, you hear squeaks coming.
No, God, don't. What?
That is as far as they can run on their turn, though, so they can't actually do anything. That was a sprint. They've been sprinting for a few rounds to get here.
She's also gonna look at Blonde Man.
Blind man. Nora is very hurt and cannot do this much longer.
It's dark. Can't see. Mommy. Mommy.
As the creature screams, the orb of darkness around it shatters.
Would that be something Nara would feel also? That's like not working anymore?
Yeah, you notice that your spell stopped working.
This day is very bad. It is the suck.
Wolfgang. You're feeling very groggy and woozy and not all yourself.
Fuck this. Wolfgang clutches his chest and pumps holy energy into his heart. I cast Lesser Restoration on myself to cure me of my poison.
All right, you lose all points of exhaustion as your eyes glow bright. And you feel yourself once again.
We should get the fuck out of here. That was my action. Bonus action. I am going to use 3 uses of my healing light on Nara.
Thank God.
You
What does
do
that put me
care.
at?
I'll put you at 2,
7,
7, 12.
12 points of healing as Wolfgang
Oh.
looks to you, who's bleeding from many orifices, and a lot of your skin is starting to blister and burn due to acid. You begin to feel this energy coursing over you, an energy that you haven't ever really felt before. This feels so antithetical of what your master's energy provides. This feels good. You feel warm and comfortable, and your skin begins to burn less and less. And you realize this energy is emanating from this man that you definitely don't think likes you.
Just glares at her, says, "You're lucky I'm not as cruel as your master."
And she's like clutching her gut, like, blood? Blood man? What's
Daenerys,
happening?
Asmo, we're leaving.
Understood.
Ask me twice.
She's at 18 right now, by the way.
Could I use some of my movement to pull Asmo out of the way of this torrent of bile?
I think my
that's
turn
happening?
is next. I think my turn is next. Luckily.
Yes, it is.
I just want to get him out of the way before he uses another legendary action.
You are correct. He is about to. I will let you
Okay.
move at a quarter speed by tugging Asmo.
Okay, quarter of 30 is.
Let's just go with a third speed. I think
All
that'll
right.
be easier.
So 10 feet. So I'll just pull Asmo out of the way of this absolute torrent of bile. That's
All right,
that's
so Asmo, you
coming
get
out
pulled
here.
there.
Yay!
And just in time, as another geyser of bile strikes the
Ugh.
wall.
I hate this place. Let us leave.
All right. It is now your turn, Asmo. You currently move at... Oh, man. At 3 points of exhaustion. What is that?
I don't know. I
Half
don't even know
speed.
how we're supposed to get out here. I'm
You're
kind
at
of
half
confused.
speed. And yeah, there is still that wall of rats behind the storm gutter that you came in through.
What's my speed down to?
If you're
It's
normally at 30, it's 15.
Well, Asmo is just gonna run at those damn pulled out of the way, and he sees the enemy coming. So Asmo runs up there, got the shield. I was gonna
At third, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws now.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm now gonna back off.
I can see that coming.
Wow, it's like a trap
Yeah,
card.
you feel woozy.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know what to do. I actually am kind of just confused now. I don't know. what to
You
do.
could run forward and pull people, maybe? Is that an
There's
option?
no one to pull.
He
there's no one to
definitely
pull.
can't run.
Oh,
I can't run. I can't move anywhere. I can't pull, and I can't attack anything without disadvantage. I just yeah, I'm just gonna keep running away, much like Wolfgang, and take a defensive action.
Alright.
Which direction are we running? That's where my confusion's coming in. Like, what is the plan here?
It's a good question.
Wolfgang, when he was talking to the others, he pointed up.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
All right.
We can't walk
more.
up.
I can't explain further.
Asmo is not a magic boy. He doesn't understand what you mean, and unfortunate, he's just...
Asmo grabs.
Asmo, your head is spinning around you. You're not sure if you're awake or asleep or alive or dead right now.
Asmo grabs onto Wolfgang.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Oh my god.
If that's going to be your move, I need you to make another con save.
Oh.
18.
You now have 4 points of exhaustion. Your maximum hit points are halved.
Oh.
Okay, it's the end of my turn.
All right, Daenerys.
Daenerys gonna peek around this corner on the way this tunnel going out, and he's gonna look down that tunnel.
There is a cave in.
Okay, then he's gonna take a part of his move action to go this way. And he's gonna look further this way.
All right. You look down that tunnel. It seems to be a. There seems to be a little pool in the at the center of this hallway, and the area curves off. One thing you do notice looking down there, the air feels cold and almost draft-like. Give me a perception check, Daenerys.
Okie doke.
Please be a good perception.
11?
You can't hear anything over the creature's noises.
Mm-hmm. But it's feeling colder and more drafty, like there's wind down there.
Yes.
Does he smell that the air is any different quality-wise?
Not with that perception check.
Okay.
There might be a way down here. It's a lot colder and draftier. And here's going for it. There's no way out over there. I'm going for it.
Go for it.
So that was...
I'm scared.
I'll activate feline agility as well, so that will give me another 40. Alright. Moving over here.
You can see the creature in its full bulbous corpulence.
And this dome area. So and I can see him. Is there any way I can drop down to out of view from him?
Not before you have to make a dexterity save.
Ah, shit.
Okay. 10.
As this putrid bile comes careening towards you, you can see it emanating as it is about to strike your face. It freezes into a solid mass. Where did my... There it is. One sec. Oh, this whole thing got moved. That's why. It freezes into a solid mass in front of you. As you're like kind of closing your eyes, waiting for the impact, you feel the cold air swirl around you. Mommy! As you hear clack, clack.
No,
clack,
no,
clack.
what the?
As Lady Tia walks from around the corner.
No!
What is all this? And here's where we'll end today's session.
Oh my god!